Have you ever wondered why some older adults still walk in the park with a radiant smile, holding their grandchild's hand, while others always feel tired and sluggish, even though they haven't done anything strenuous? You're not alone. Many people retire at 65 or 70, thinking they've settled into a stable life. But after just a few years, they start to feel their health decline quietly and without a clear reason. Mr. John, 73, lives in Oregon. He spent his whole life as a mechanical engineer, always following a disciplined lifestyle. Yet after retiring, he gradually began staying up late, eating irregularly, and avoiding physical activity. One morning, he experienced severe dizziness while cleaning his yard. Medical tests revealed a sudden spike in his blood pressure, the main cause being those seemingly small habits that had accumulated over time. The problem is, we often don't realize that what appear to be harmless habits are actually quietly wearing down our health until it's too late. But here's the good news. If you can identify and change just a few simple habits early on, your physical and mental well-being can improve dramatically, even in your 70s or 80s. In today's video, I'll share 7 common habits that many older adults keep doing daily, unaware that they're silently damaging their health, along with practical solutions to help you change them right away. If you think this is an important topic, please hit like to help spread this message to those you care about. And if you've experienced any health changes after turning 60, don't hesitate to share your story in the comments. What you share could inspire others on their journey. Now let's explore the 7 habits you need to eliminate. So starting today, you can live healthier, lighter, and happier. 1. The hidden cost of irregular sleep. It often starts subtly, watching one more episode before bed, staying up late reading, or scrolling on the phone past midnight. For older adults, these seemingly harmless habits gradually distort the natural rhythm of the body. The transition from a structured working life to retirement often disrupts sleep routines, but the cost of this disruption is more severe than many realize. Have you noticed how a single sleepless night makes the next day feel heavier, slower, and foggier? Now imagine this becoming a regular pattern. Irregular sleep doesn't just mean waking up tired. It directly impacts memory retention, increases the risk of diabetes, and even contributes to heart disease. Our bodies, especially as they age, crave rhythm. When that rhythm is broken, the consequences ripple across physical and mental health. The science is clear. The human circadian rhythm is deeply tied to natural light and darkness. Older adults are especially vulnerable because the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, declines with age. Irregular bedtimes confuse the internal clock, causing delays in sleep onset, frequent nighttime awakenings, and daytime fatigue. Over time, this pattern contributes to cognitive decline and a greater risk of falls due to poor coordination and slower reflexes. But the good news is, this habit can be changed and the body can relearn consistency. It doesn't require medication or complex interventions. Simple intentional routines can reset the body's internal clock. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, even on weekends, can strengthen the sleep-wake cycle. Natural morning light helps cue the brain to wake up, while avoiding screens before bed reduces exposure to blue light, which delays melatonin release. Practical steps like turning off electronic devices an hour before sleep, dimming the lights, and establishing a calming pre-sleep ritual, such as reading a physical book or practicing light stretching, can signal the brain to wind down. These small changes, when practiced daily, act like anchors, helping the body reestablish a healthy rhythm. Restful sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Especially in older age, it is one of the most powerful tools for maintaining brain function, emotional resilience, and physical vitality. With consistent effort and a few simple changes, a good night's sleep can become the norm again. And with it comes a stronger body, a clearer mind, and a greater sense of well-being. Let this be the first habit to transform, not just to sleep better, but to live better. 2. Why dehydration sneaks up on seniors. You might not feel thirsty, but your body could already be running on empty. One of the most overlooked yet dangerous habits among older adults is not drinking enough water. It doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, quietly. As the sense of thirst naturally decreases with age, the body receives fewer warning signals, even when fluid levels drop dangerously low. Older adults often associate hydration with physical activity or hot weather. But the truth is, even sitting still indoors, the body loses water through breathing, perspiration, and basic metabolic processes. Chronic dehydration can lead to a host of issues: constipation, urinary tract infections, fatigue, confusion, and in severe cases, kidney damage. It's not just about quenching thirst, it's about protecting vital systems that keep the body functioning. Understanding this risk is essential. Water plays a central role in nearly every cellular process. It regulates temperature, aids digestion, cushions joints, and flushes toxins. When the body is dehydrated, blood volume decreases, making the heart work harder and raising the risk of blood pressure problems. Dehydration can also mimic symptoms of dementia, such as confusion and irritability, leading to unnecessary worry or misdiagnosis. Given these risks, what can be done? The answer isn't just drink more water. It's about building a lifestyle where hydration becomes second nature. Start by drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning to jumpstart the system. Keep a water bottle nearby throughout the day as a visual cue. Drinking small amounts regularly, every 1 to 2 hours, helps maintain steady hydration levels. And hydration doesn't have to come from plain water alone. Soups, broths, fruits like watermelon, oranges, and strawberries, and even herbal teas all contribute to daily fluid intake. These options are especially helpful for those who find water bland or unappealing. Setting reminders or using apps can also assist in building a consistent habit, especially during the early stages of change. Action matters. Encourage structured routines. A glass of water with every meal, one during medication times, and one before bedtime, unless nocturia is a concern. Choose cups or bottles that are easy to grip, especially for those with arthritis or weak hands. If memory is an issue, place sticky notes or cues in visible areas, on the fridge, next to the TV, or by the favorite reading chair. Staying hydrated isn't just a health recommendation, it's a daily act of self-care. It supports digestion, energy levels, mental clarity, and mood. For older adults, it can mean the difference between a sluggish, uncomfortable day and one that feels light, clear, and mobile. The body is always speaking, and dehydration is often one of the earliest cries for help. The beauty is that the fix is simple, accessible, and immediate. With every sip, you're not just preventing disease, you're revitalizing your entire system. 3. The silent impact of physical inactivity. Sedentary habits often creep in quietly, spending long hours on the couch, skipping walks due to weather or fatigue, or simply not having a reason to move. For older adults, these routines may seem harmless, even deserved after a lifetime of work. But staying inactive isn't rest. It's a slow, silent deterioration. Understand this. The human body was designed for movement. Muscles, joints, bones, and even the brain depend on daily activity to function properly. When movement stops, systems begin to shut down. Muscle mass decreases, a condition known as sarcopenia, making everyday tasks harder. Bones lose density, increasing the risk of fractures. Blood circulation weakens, digestion slows, and mood declines. Notice the change in energy levels after sitting for too long: stiff joints, mental fog, or even sleep disturbances. These are not just signs of aging, they're signals of disuse. The phrase, "use it or lose it," is especially true after 60. The longer inactivity persists, the harder it becomes to reverse its effects. But the solution doesn't require gym membership or intense workouts. Start small. A daily walk of 20 to 30 minutes is one of the most effective ways to combat age-related decline. Walking improves heart health, boosts mood, and keeps muscles engaged. It also enhances balance and coordination, critical for fall prevention. The key is consistency, not intensity. Movement should feel natural, enjoyable, and part of daily life. Utilize what's already around you. Gardening, sweeping the porch, or even slow dancing to your favorite song can activate muscles and lift spirits. Activities like Tai Chi or chair yoga are gentle on the joints but powerful in restoring strength and stability. These movements also incorporate mindfulness, reducing stress and improving mental clarity. Normalize movement as part of your routine. Stretch in the morning to wake the body. Take short breaks every hour to stand and walk, even if it's just across the room. Use commercials during TV time as a prompt to move. Invite a friend or neighbor for a walk. It adds accountability and social connection. Sustaining an active lifestyle isn't just about extending years. It's about enriching them. Movement keeps independence alive, reduces healthcare risks, and nurtures a sense of accomplishment. It also releases endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters, helping combat loneliness and depression. A sedentary lifestyle doesn't announce itself with pain or warning signs. Its damage accumulates quietly. But with each step, stretch, and movement, you reclaim not just physical strength, but a greater sense of purpose and vitality. 4. Skipping breakfast. A risky shortcut. It starts with good intentions. Maybe you're not hungry in the morning, or perhaps breakfast feels like a chore. Some people believe that skipping it helps manage weight or simplifies the day. But for older adults, bypassing the first meal of the day or replacing it with coffee and toast can quietly disrupt the entire system. Have you ever felt unusually tired mid-morning or struggled to focus? That foggy feeling might be the result of low blood sugar from an empty stomach. For seniors, the body's ability to regulate glucose becomes less efficient with age. Skipping breakfast leads to a longer fasting period overnight, causing blood sugar levels to drop and triggering a surge of stress hormones like cortisol. This pattern, repeated daily, increases the risk of hypertension, stroke, and cognitive decline. The truth is, breakfast sets the tone for the whole day. It replenishes energy stores, stabilizes metabolism, and provides the brain with essential nutrients to stay alert and responsive. Without it, the body stays in survival mode longer, conserving energy instead of fueling it, an approach that backfires over time. The good news? It doesn't take much to reverse this. You don't need a complicated or heavy meal. A balanced breakfast with protein, fiber, and healthy carbohydrates can do wonders. Think oatmeal topped with nuts and berries, a boiled egg with whole grain toast, or Greek yogurt with fruit. These foods help maintain steady energy, improve mood, and reduce cravings later in the day. Shifting this habit starts with intention. Prepare ingredients the night before, so breakfast is quick and stress-free. Set a reminder on your phone or leave a note on the kitchen counter. Eat within an hour of waking to help your body reestablish a healthy rhythm. If you truly can't eat right away, start with something light, a banana, a handful of almonds, or a smoothie, and build from there. Restoring the habit of breakfast is a powerful act of self-care. It honors your body's natural cycles and gives it the fuel it needs to thrive. Especially in older age, when every nutrient matters more, skipping breakfast is not a shortcut. It's a missed opportunity. So reclaim your mornings. Choose nourishment over neglect. And remember, the best way to start the day isn't with an empty stomach and scattered thoughts, but with food that feeds both the body and the mind. The hidden danger of self-medicating. It often begins with a good intention, relieving a headache, soothing an aching joint, or following a friend's advice on a supplement that worked wonders. But when older adults start adjusting, adding, or combining medications without professional guidance, the consequences can be far from harmless. One small pill may not seem like a big deal, but the aging body processes medications differently. Slower liver metabolism, reduced kidney function, and altered body composition all affect how drugs are absorbed and eliminated. What used to be a standard dose at 40 could be too much at 70. Combine that with multiple prescriptions for common age-related conditions, and you have a perfect storm for drug interactions, side effects, or even hospitalization. It's important to understand that over-the-counter medications, herbal remedies, and supplements are not risk-free. For example, a seemingly innocent pain reliever can increase blood pressure or damage the stomach lining. Supplements advertised as natural can interfere with blood thinners or heart medications. Without a coordinated overview, even a vitamin can tip the balance. What's the solution? Awareness is the first step. Begin by listing every medication you take, prescribed, over-the-counter, and supplemental. Keep this list updated and bring it to every medical appointment. Share it with all your healthcare providers, not just your primary doctor. Pharmacists are also valuable resources. They can flag potential interactions or suggest safer alternatives. A practical approach is to create a medication schedule. Write down the exact time and dosage for each item. Use a pill organizer with clearly marked sections. Set phone alarms if needed. These tools help prevent missed doses or accidental doubling, which is a common and dangerous mistake. But beyond logistics, there needs to be a mindset shift, treating medications with the same caution as any powerful tool. Ask before adding something new. If a friend suggests a remedy, thank them, but consult your doctor first. If a side effect arises, don't dismiss it as aging. Bring it up. And if you've been taking something for years, it still deserves review. Your body changes and your treatment plan should too. Staying safe with medication is not just about avoiding harm, it's about maximizing the benefit. When used properly, medicine can improve quality of life, reduce symptoms, and support longevity. But when taken haphazardly, it can turn health management into a health risk. Each time you pause to ask, check, or clarify, you're taking control. You're protecting your body, your brain, and your independence. And that, more than any quick fix or casual advice, is what truly leads to better health. 6. The subtle harm of salt and sugar overload. It doesn't always come in the form of junk food. Sometimes it's the soup that seems just a bit salty or the morning coffee with an extra spoonful of sugar. For older adults, taste buds often dull with age, leading to a quiet escalation in the use of salt and sugar without realizing the long-term effects. Understand this. While salt and sugar are essential in small amounts, their excess quietly damages the body over time. High salt intake is a well-documented contributor to hypertension, which strains the heart and increases the risk of stroke. Too much sugar, especially refined and hidden in processed foods, disrupts insulin function, contributing to diabetes and inflammation. Notice how you feel after a high-sodium meal: bloated, thirsty, or even restless during the night, or the energy crash after a sugary snack. These aren't coincidences. They're your body's way of signaling overload. And yet these signals are easy to ignore, especially when they become part of a daily routine. Shift your mindset. Reducing salt and sugar is not about bland meals or deprivation. It's about reclaiming balance. Taste is adaptable. Over time, your palate can adjust to more natural flavors when salt and sugar are gradually reduced. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains provide natural flavor and nutrition without the chemical additives. Sustaining this change starts with awareness. Read nutrition labels carefully. Many packaged foods contain more salt and sugar than you'd expect, even in items labeled healthy. Choose unsweetened versions of cereals, yogurts, and drinks. When cooking, experiment with herbs, garlic, and citrus instead of reaching for the salt shaker. Try cinnamon or vanilla to enhance sweetness without sugar. Small substitutions make a big difference. Swap soda for sparkling water with lemon. Replace salty snacks with unsalted nuts or sliced fruit. Limit desserts to a few times a week and savor them when you do, mindfully and in moderation. If dining out, ask for sauces and dressings on the side and taste your food before adding anything. Sustaining this change isn't just about avoiding disease. It's about how you feel every day. Lower sodium can mean more stable blood pressure and better sleep. Reduced sugar intake helps regulate energy, reduce mood swings, and improve focus. These aren't abstract benefits. They're changes you can feel in your body, in your breath, in your everyday life. Less salt and sugar don't mean less joy. In fact, as your taste adjusts, you may discover new favorites. Flavors that were once buried under heavy seasoning. It's a return to real nourishment, where food supports your health rather than silently harming it. Your future self, calmer heart, steadier hands, sharper mind, will thank you for the choices you make today. 7. The quiet cost of social withdrawal. It often begins with the most innocent of choices: skipping a gathering, letting a phone call go to voicemail, or deciding not to join a community activity just this once. For older adults, especially those living alone or far from family, these small decisions can quietly snowball into isolation. Over time, a once busy life becomes increasingly silent. Have you ever felt that a day passed without truly connecting with anyone? That dull, hollow feeling is more than just boredom. It's your brain and heart signaling a deeper need for human connection. The truth is, social interaction is not just emotional, it's biological. Our nervous system is wired to thrive in relationships. When that connection fades, both mind and body suffer. The effects of prolonged isolation in older age are staggering. Studies consistently show that chronic loneliness increases the risk of depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. In fact, the health impact of social disconnection is now considered comparable to smoking or obesity. And yet, because it doesn't show up on a scan or in a blood test, it's often ignored. But this isn't a life sentence. No matter how long someone has felt disconnected, it's possible to rebuild meaningful connections, one interaction at a time. It starts by shifting the belief that being alone is safer or easier. While solitude can be nourishing in small doses, long-term social withdrawal slowly chips away at emotional resilience and mental sharpness. The first step is simple: re-engage. Reach out to an old friend, join a local club or group, or attend community events designed for seniors. Even brief conversations with a neighbor, a barista, or someone at the park activate parts of the brain linked to joy and memory. These exchanges don't have to be deep or long to make a meaningful difference. Create a weekly connection plan. Aim to talk to someone every day, whether in person, by phone, or online. Use technology as a bridge, not a barrier. Video calls, messaging apps, and virtual meetups can bring faraway loved ones closer. If mobility is a concern, look into transportation services for seniors or home-based social programs. And just as importantly, open your space to others. Invite family or neighbors over, even if only for a short visit. Volunteer to read to children at a local library or assist with community gardens. Purposeful engagement not only combats loneliness, it adds meaning and structure to your day. Staying socially active also protects the brain. Engaging in conversations challenges memory, attention, and emotional regulation. It provides a natural cognitive workout. This is why people who remain socially connected into old age often maintain better mental function and emotional health. Keep in mind that connection looks different for everyone. Some find joy in large gatherings, while others prefer quiet one-on-one chats. The key is not the format, it's the consistency. Connection doesn't have to be grand to be powerful. Even short, genuine interactions can restore a sense of belonging. Life is richer when shared. No matter how old you are, your stories matter. Your voice, your presence, your experiences all hold value. Choosing connection is not about avoiding loneliness. It's about embracing vitality, meaning, and the full spectrum of being human. So open the door, pick up the phone, or smile at someone today. These small gestures are seeds. With care and consistency, they grow into a network of support and joy that strengthens every part of your life. Thank you for taking the time to join me on this journey of exploring the 7 habits that older adults should eliminate to live a healthier and happier life. Every minute you spend listening, every thought you reflect on, is a step toward actively caring for your health and overall quality of life. Old age is not the end. It's a new chapter where you can absolutely live with ease, fulfillment, and vibrant energy. Small daily changes, from going to bed on time, staying hydrated, doing gentle exercises, to reconnecting with your community, are meaningful actions that bring long-lasting and profound benefits. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to click, like, and subscribe to the channel. That support gives me motivation to keep creating more practical, heartfelt, and inspiring videos like this one. Share the video with your loved ones and friends, especially the older adults you care about, because your small action today could help someone live a healthier life tomorrow. And don't just stop at watching. Pick one habit from this video and start making that change today. One small step, but a real step. That's what makes a big difference over time. I wish you continued health, peace of mind, and a positive spirit in every moment of life. See you again in future videos, where we'll keep learning, growing, and spreading goodness together.